Alrighty, Katrina. Are you ready to kick this goat in the yard?
I don't want to kick any goats, but I'm ready to start.
Welcome to the Finnish Wanderers podcast.
Why must I be surrounded by fools?
Welcome, Wanderer.
Hey, Wanderers! Welcome back to the Finnish Wanderers podcast. Today, we're celebrating...
St. Urho's Day!
Yay! Before we get started in this fabulous celebration, we want to plug all of our social medias.
Okay, guys. If you want to send us any comments, you can, or like a shout out, anything like that, you can email us at
fwplisteners@gmail.com.
You can follow us and DM us on Instagram at
Foolish Wanderers Podcast.
And subscribe to us on our YouTube channel at
The Foolish Wanderers Podcast.
Thank you.
I don't know. Interesting few weeks.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Or a few months. Year and a half.
It's a year and a half. It's been a year and a half now. Not a year and a half, but
it's been like a year. But
it's been like a full year since like panic has set in and
and things have flipped.
Weird. Yeah, I feel like I remember when this first started, I felt like creeped out, weird when I would walk into like Target or like a grocery store and people were wearing masks, but not everybody, like just a certain. And I was like, oh, that's weird. But now I feel like it would be it's the opposite. Where if I see someone without a mask, I'm like, blasphemer, anti-masker. I'm like, ugh. Yeah.
There's been images coming out of the Spanish flu pandemic where there's anti-maskers back then too, and police would come around and basically yell at you to put on your mask.
Yeah, I remember seeing pictures of like the Spanish flu era where people were watching like sporting events and they had their masks on, but they were wearing like early 1900s clothes. So they were like sitting on like sketchy looking wood bleachers and they were wearing like suits. I was like, that's something you don't see anymore.
I know. We should dress up more for different events like sporting stuff. Maybe not sporting, but...
Are you kidding me? Like, the year 2020 was the year of the sweatpants. like Target started selling fancy sweatpants just so that everyone could be like, I'm just going to wear these I wore those sweatpants to work.
Oh, did you?
They're made of like a suit material. These sweatpants. Yeah, they're like fancy sweatpants made of like a suit material, and they have like a pleat going down, like a sew-in pleat going down, like a welt. It's more like a welt pleat. I don't know. I'm not a fashion person.
A welt sounds like you just got hit in the forehead by a baseball bat.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe it's a pleat. Who knows? Anyway.
Pleat.
It's a pleat, and it goes down the center of the leg, like the front of the leg.
Yeah.
Anywho's, yeah.
I don't think I've seen those, but
I have 2 pairs of them. I've fully given up. I've fully given up.
You're gonna look back at those in like 20 years and be like, what was I thinking?
And then I'll look at the date and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember.
Oh, that's right.
Quarantine self.
Hey, at least if you stand up on Zoom, you won't be embarrassed. It's like those.
Oh my gosh, have you seen like those articles where people will be on like a Zoom call and they won't they won't know that either their microphone or their camera is activated? Like this one person was like picking their nose. Other person was like swearing or like singing and their mic was on and they didn't know. It's funny. I feel really bad for them because that's like my worst nightmare.
Especially with the camera. There's been so many stories of people that like go to the bathroom and they don't realize your mic's on.
Oh.
And then they flush and like, who just flushed? You're like, oh shit.
Yeah, you're like, no. Oh my goodness. Have you done that when you've been on I've done that on like a phone call before with Mr. Kendra.
I'm too scared.
I've done it with Mr. Kendra 1,000 times. I'll be going to the bathroom and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm on the phone. And I'll be like, it's fine, I'll flush.
But that's different than like a work environment though, because you're talking to like loved ones. That's a little bit different than Like your boss?
I love my no, I don't love my boss.
Oh, that's a little weird.
That's different. That's an HR nightmare. Never mind. Take it all back.
Yeah. Reverse.
Reverse. Okay, Katrina, are you ready to start this off?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we're talking about St. Urho's Day. Have you heard of St. Urho's Day before, or have you known anything about it since before you met me?
No, since you like briefly brought it up the other day, that's just I only know like what you told me. So like just a very skim little snippet.
All right, well, let's get into it. So, Saint Urho is a fictional saint of Finland, created and elaborated by Finnish Americans in northern Minnesota in the 1950s to celebrate "There Are My Heritage" and extend celebrations of St. Patrick's Day. So, basically, extend celebrations of St. Patrick's Day is a very nice day of saying that the Finns they don't have a holiday. They were probably jealous of St. Patrick's Day and like thought it was dumb, so they decided to make up their own fake holiday the day before St. Patrick's Day.
But this
So-
one's fake and not based off a real person, all
This
right?
one is no, St. Urho is fake, but he's a fictional person. But this is a real holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's from northern Minnesota, which is where I am from, and it has, I think, the largest or the second largest area. Is it popular? I don't know. It's got this largest or second largest area of Finnish
Okay.
Americans, Finns that have immigrated from Finland. That's where they set up shop. So
Okay.
okay, so Saint Urho is a fictional saint of Finland, created and elaborated. Oh, that's the same sentence. Oh my gosh, I wrote the same sentence like 5 times. Do you like how? Look at they're the same paragraph, but the second paragraph is highlighted. That's a screw up. Okay, people, we're moving on. My bad.
We're
Yeah, we're just
professionals.
professionals here. Okay,
Mhm.
so feast day. I don't know why that website put feast day. This was Wikipedia. Feast day. Anyway, St. Urho's Day is on March 16th, and
Okay.
its origin is northern Minnesota, and it was created by these are the two people that have claimed its title. Like there's a lot of people that have claimed it, but
Mhm.
these are the two that have squealed the most, so the squeaky wheel gets the
Okay.
grease. It's Richard Matson and then Gene McCavick. And then St. Urho is what is St. Patrick known for? Is it like something with snakes like scared the snakes out of Ireland, right?
Let me look it up quick.
All right.
Something to that effect. But
We
he was
hold.
a real saint.
Hey, St. Urho is real in my heart.
Well, that's good.
St. Urho is real to me. But yeah,
That's very
so St. Urho's Day, like you can celebrate it. Everyone can celebrate it. You just have to wear
Mhm.
purple and green. So instead of wearing like green on St. Patrick's Day, the Finns will wear like purple and then they'll put like a little bit of green on. But it's mostly purple. You gotta rock purple.
You gotta have a little bit of your Irish heritage in there too. A little bit of your green from St. Patrick's Day. Just to
I
tie
mean,
it
you
in.
have to be like, we're borrowing it from St. Patrick's Day. So they'll be like,
Yeah.
no, just a little bit of green.
St. Patrick was a 5th century missionary to Ireland and later served as bishop there. He is credited with bringing Christianity to parts of Ireland and was probably partly responsible for the Christianization of the Picts and Anglo-Saxons. He is the patron saint of Ireland.
St. Urho is known for saving the Finnish grape crops from the frog or grasshopper plague. And there isn't a lot of grape crops in Finland.
I was gonna say, I don't think Finland's really known for its wine or export of grapes.
No.
But
that's what he's known for, and that's what he did.
okay.
He saved the Finnish grapes from the grasshoppers.
Okay.
I don't know why it said Wikipedia is such a liar. Like it's saying frog or grasshopper plague, but I'm telling you, as a northern Minnesotan Finnish American person, it's a grasshopper. I don't know what this
Are you
frog.
sure?
Yes, I don't know what this. Katrina. I come from the place where it's the grasshopper.
Okay.
Frogs. I don't know.
I'll believe you.
Frogs. Okay. So the origin of St. Urho. The legend of St. Urho is not the product of one person, but of many. The original character is usually traced to Virginia, Minnesota, But like most good legends, there have been many voices in creating the history of Saint Urho. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Origin of Saint Urho. Saint Urho was created by Richard Matson, who worked at Kitola's department store in Virginia, Minnesota. Kitola is a super Finnish last name, just so you know.
Is it really?
Yeah, it looks very easy to say, but you wouldn't pronounce it like Kitola if you looked how it's spelled. You'd be like, what?
Oh, okay.
So Matson is generally credited with conjuring up a Finnish counterpart to St. Patrick in the spring of 1956. Just as Patrick had driven the snakes from Ireland, Matson's saint drove a plague. What the heck? The website says frogs. It says Matson's saint drove a plague of frogs from Finland. No.
Oh.
Take that out of your ears.
And look at the
Not
little
frogs.
picture. The picture has a grasshopper.
It's a grasshopper. This site's a lot. This website is a liar.
It's
Everybody,
a conundrum.
don't go to sainturho.com because they're liars.
It contradicts itself in many sorts of ways.
It's not frogs. It's
Oh.
grasshoppers. I'm telling you. I'm gonna die on that hill. It's a grasshopper. It's a grasshopper. Anyway, there were several Finnish names suggested, but Saint Urho won. The other ones were like oh my goodness, Jussi or Toivo or Ino, but those didn't really have a saintly ring to them apparently.
And those are a little bit harder to say.
Yeah.
Doesn't roll off the tongue.
No, it does not roll off the tongue. So we talked about Gene McCavick a little like earlier in the show, but Gene McCavick, not a Finnish last name.
It doesn't really sound like it.
Took the Saint Urho legend, and with the help from Matson, they wrote the Ode to Saint Urho, which I will recite later. It told of a Finnish boy named Urho, who got strong on sour hoe milk and fish soup.
Oh.
In the original, Urho chases out frogs with his loud voice. The original ode also celebrates St. Urho's Day as the 24th of May. The original poem was written on a piece of wrapping paper and is on display at Iron World Discovery Center in Chisholm, Minnesota. So
Have you
actually,
ever gotten to see it?
of course I've been to
Okay.
Iron World a few times.
Okay.
So brief note on the Finnish language, everyone. The Finnish language is one of the hardest languages to learn. It is insane. It basically sounds if you took like a bunch of sour grapes, put them in your cheeks, and then like tried to gargle lemons, and then like tried to speak.
Speak some.
I
Give an example.
I don't even want to try. I don't even want to try.
Okay.
I don't even want to try. I only know like Merry Christmas or like Happy Christmas.
that?
It's Hauska Joulua.
Okay.
Okay, so here we go. Brief note on the Finnish language. Finnish has several fewer consonants than English, so they do not have the letter B, C, D, and G. Consequently, there are no sounds for those letters, and B becomes P, C becomes S or K, becomes S or K, and D becomes T, and G becomes K. Okay?
Oh.
Everybody got that?
Well.
Okay, here's another. So there are no articles in Finnish sentence structure. The, a, or n are not part of Finnish grammar.
That's kind of impressive because we use the all the time. The or a.
I know.
That's impressive.
Also credited, so we're getting back to the origin of St. Urho now. Here we go. Also credited as the originator of the St. Urho legend is Dr. Sulu Havumaki.
I thought you were going to say Dr. Seuss for a second, and I was going to be like, hold on.
Dr. Sulu Havamaki, a psychology professor at Bemidji State College in Bemidji, Minnesota. He is credited with changing the plague to grasshoppers. Here we go.
Oh,
Boom, boom, boom. I just dropped some facts on you.
but originally it was a frog.
But how does my
so
facts feel in your face?
They're half correct.
Half
So,
correct, okay. Yeah, he changed it from frogs to grasshoppers because they were consuming the grape crop that would become wine in ancient Finland. What? Oh, here we go. This is okay, everybody. I know everyone's freaking out and they're like, shut the F up, Kendra, because there's reindeers in Finland. How in the monkey are they able to grow wine? And I'm like, yeah, I know. But here's the little thing. Prehistoric Finland was allegedly a much warmer place than it is today. But that doesn't make any sense either. Anyway, it doesn't matter. This is a story. St. Urho's triumph was saving the vineyards and the jobs for those who picked the grapes. That is how St. Urho became the patron saint of Finnish vineyard. Oh my goodness, vineyard workers.
Vineyard.
Vineyard workers.
It's a vineyard.
The vineyard. All right. The legend spread originally across Minnesota to Finnish settlements on the Mesabi Iron Range and to New York Mills, Wolf Lake, and of course, Finland. St. Urho's Day is now celebrated in towns with Finnish heritage across Michigan's Upper Peninsula, Thunder Bay, Ontario, Burlington, Vermont, Butte, Montana, and Hood River, Oregon. Today, the St. Urho tradition is carried on in many Finnish communities, sometimes as an excuse to add an extra day of rowdy celebrations to the St. Patrick's Day festivities. In many Finnish American communities, however, St. Urho's Day is the celebration. It's the big day. And St. Patrick's Day is merely an afterthought and a day to sleep off a hangover.
Just wondering, as a kid, did you ever believe this was real? Or were
Of
you
course,
always
I
sad?
didn't think this was fake until I graduated
really?
high school. Are you
Oh,
kidding me?
really?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
man.
I thought this was real. I think my mother thought this was real up until I told her it was fake.
I mean,
And she was like, no, no, it can't be.
oh man, trying to change your mom's mind would probably be pretty tough.
I know.
You're like,
I know.
here's the facts.
She was very upset.
Oh,
I know. But anyway, yeah, so St. Urho is a pretty big deal. And then on this next slide, there's some statues of him. So if you're ever in the area of I cannot pronounce. Do you know that word? I don't even know that place.
Menahaga, maybe?
Yeah,
I don't really have
Menahug, Minnesota, or Finland, Minnesota. You can go visit the St. Urho statues.
We should go there sometime.
Well, Finland, Minnesota is actually like by Duluth. I've like driven by it, like the exit. I'm really lame and I never went.
Never
there.
stop. Never go take a picture with your favorite fake saint.
It's real to me.
It's real in my heart.
It's real in my heart.
I'm gonna feel really bad if we just like break the hearts of like children if they ever hear this, and we're just
I
like,
hope
well, here you, this is. I'm sorry.
No. Okay. All right. The time has come that I will now perform the Ode to St. Urho's, the legendary patron saint of Finland. So this is like a poem that was written by Jean McCavick and help from Richard Mattson. And it tells a story about St. Urho. And did I say like it's basically just about a boy that like got sick off of sour whole milk and fish soup, right? Okay, so this poem is in the what is it? Perspective. That's what I want. This poem is from the perspective of a Finnish American settler immigrant. So it's Finglish. This whole poem is in Finglish. So
Okay.
it's gonna sound really goofy, like a cartoon character. And you're gonna think like this is like weird and fake, but how I'm gonna sound is like roughly how like all my great grandparents sounded.
Oh wow. Okay.
Okay, so Uksi kuksi kolma vi Santia Urho is tapoi for me. He sass out the hoppers as pig as puds. Neither pifa have I heard those words. He really told those poogs of cream, bravest Finn I ever seen. Some celebrate for St. Pat und his snakes. Put Urho poika caught what it takes. Coat tall and strong from Fila Sour und 8 Kalamorika every hour. That's why that could sass toes petals. What crew as thick as chalk by needles. So let's give a cheer in Hauer Pest Bay on 16th of March, St. Urho's Day.
Oh my goodness. It sounds really cool, but at the same time, it's really funny. I'm sorry. It's like,
It's
man.
supposed to sound funny.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Did you have a favorite line?
Oh, I don't know. It's all golden. I love it.
I think my
Oh my
favorite one. He sass out the hoppers as pickas puds, ni för pojkar hoppa huttos.
Oh my goodness.
My good, yeah, it's fun. That's why that kusas toys Beatles what crew as thick as chalk by needles. Okay, if any of you listeners want to read that to any of your family members, friends, coworkers, I don't know. It was called the Ode to Saint Urho. Urho spelled Urho.
Spread the joy, spread the love, spread the knowledge of Saint Urho.
Okay, so the original Ode to Saint Urho, which I just read, identified Saint Urho's Day as taking place on May 24th, right?
Mhm.
If you could somehow understand that,
It
get that from that poem. Later, the date
says
was what was that?
16th of March, though, on
I
the
know.
poem.
This is I'm gonna
Oh,
I'm
oh,
gonna
okay,
get
okay.
we're gonna get that. I'm gonna get there. I'm getting there right now. Later, the date was changed to March 16th, the day before St. Patrick's Day. St. Urho's feast is supposed to be celebrated. Wait, it doesn't say why.
It's probably because they just wanted it to be a rival to St. Patrick.
I think it was. I think it's because the Finns are bitter and, they wanted to. That's definitely what it was.
It's too close to St. Patrick's Day to not be a little bit of a rivalry there.
I know. So St. Urho's feast is supposed to be celebrated by wearing the colors royal purple and Nile green. Other details of the invented legend also changed, apparently under the influence of, yes, Dr. Sulu Havamaki. So he's also the one that changed it from frogs to grasshoppers, which is what I'm.
Okay.
Okay, he says that he changed it from frogs to grasshoppers from using the incantation. I don't even want to try saying this because there's so many umlauts, it makes me sick. But it basically says, "Grasshopper, grasshopper, go from hence to hell." So it's like, I don't even want to
Oh.
try. I would have to study this sentence for like 2 minutes to be like, "Ah."
Wait, so he used this incantation to change the day?
I don't no, I think it's like I don't know. I
Okay.
don't know. Let me just how about I just read the sentence? I think that would
Okay.
make more sense than
Yeah.
confusing
Try it.
everybody. Okay, so other details of the invented legend also changed, apparently under the influence of Dr. Sulu Havamaki, a psychology professor at Bemidji State College in Bemidji, Minnesota. The legend now states that St. Urho drove away grasshoppers rather than frogs from Finland using the incantation, "Grasshopper, grasshopper, go from hence to hell," thus saving the Finnish grape crops.
Oh,
So I think St. Urho said it. He was like,
gotcha.
"Grasshopper, grasshopper, go from hence to hell."
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, here's one. Another version of the modern celebration of St. Urho's Day is that it was created by Kenneth Brist of Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin. Brist, a high school teacher, was teaching in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan in the early to mid 1950s. So that's an area that's it's largely populated by people of Finnish heritage.
Mhm.
He and his friends concocted March 16th as St. Urho's Day so that they had 2 days to celebrate, the next day being St. Patrick's Day.
Okay.
But the designation of St. Urho as patron saint of the Finnish people it's really weird because 82% of the Finnish population is affiliated with the Lutheran Church, and the Lutherans, they do not recognize feasts of saints.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's a Catholic thing.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Okay.
a Catholic thing. But Brist promoted the annual cancellation of the St. Urho's Day parade in Chippewa Falls with the advertisements in the Chippewa Herald Telegram and by teaching his high school students about the legend of St. Urho. The Ode to St. Urho has been modified to reflect these changes in the feast day and legend. The ode is written in the self-parodying form of English as spoken by Finnish immigrants known as Finglish. Oh, there's a ballad of Saint Urho.
You gonna sing for us, Kendra?
I don't know what key it's in. But
Oh.
oh my gosh, man, this is another one. Oh, this is gonna be bad. This is called the ballad. It's English again. Oh my gosh. Ballad of Saint Urho. Saint Urho was a Finnish lad, a blue-eyed, blonde-haired poika's boy. Saint Urho bashfully Sumalainen. So Sumalainen is like Finn. Saint Urho bashful Sumalainen ate grapes and oh my gosh, kala moyaka. He chased those big green bugs away. He Hainaski wait, Hainasirka Mina Poise. He said it loudly just one time. Toes hoppers had no choice. And so the Finns are here right now to celebrate dear Urho and sing and dance in temperatures. It's always way below zero. That sounds Spanish. Then in snowbanks deep in rivers ice to our saunas we will go, oh. 'Cause Urho is our hero now, as all good Finns must know.
This is like the most stereotypical Finnish thing I've ever heard.
It was.
They talk
They
about
didn't have,
the
like, vodka
saunas.
in their swimming. That's the only thing it was missing, was, like,
You
vodka
could
and
add it.
cigarettes or something. I don't think there's any other things to add, Katrina. I think we've, like, covered a lot of things. I've said so many weird, wrong Finnish. There's a recipe for kalamboyaka, which is like fish soup.
Oh, you gonna make some?
No. Do you want me to show you the picture? Let me show you the picture.
Okay.
This is what.
Okay.
This is what.
Is it the whole fish?
What?
It's like a cream.
But
It's
like,
like a cream fish soup.
describe to me, like, if you saw that, like, not in a bowl, what would you think it was?
Is there noodles in there?
No.
Oh.
No.
Like-
Finnish food is like, fish, potatoes,
it's
rutabaga,
potatoes.
and yeah, there's no noodles. They don't know what noodles is.
Okay. So it looks just like a cream soup with with some spinach in
I
it.
really hope that it's served hot because I have had fish
Mm.
soup before that's Finnish and it's been served cold and it was
That's
icky.
I only really like hot soups.
I do too because I think that's correct. Like I don't think that I think most people if they order a cup of soup, they're expecting it to be hot, not
Yeah.
cold with like a fish in it, and they're like, eat it.
Just add a fish.
It's Finnish. Yeah, no, Finnish cooking is basically bland and weird. It's bland weird.
Okay, so basically like what you could put together to make like a good dish, like a decent dish. For,
Yeah,
like what you had.
yeah, it's whatever you had.
Mhm.
That's what it is
Yeah.
basically. It's nothing nothing luxurious. Just
Yeah.
cold fish soup. I don't want to eat it.
Should make you some.
I know.
You should celebrate it for St. Urho's Day. When is
I'm gonna
it?
wear my purple, but
Has coming up.
I know. I know. We can sing. How do we say "Here we go round the mulberry bush"? What's the tune of that?
I don't know. I have to look at the words to figure it out.
You want to sing Saint Urho's song with me?
Tune up around the mulberry bush.
Yeah, it's in the tune of the mulberry bush.
Okay, I don't have
Okay,
the lyrics.
go-
so-
Go on bookofdaystales.com/Saint Urho.
That sounds like a what's her name? Starts with an E. One of her songs is Book of Days. Enya, that's what it is. I danced to one of her songs for a lyrical dance one time. It's pretty. It's like really soothing.
Enya.
Okay, I think I found it.
Scroll down to see. It's below the creepy head statue.
Below the creepy man screaming out of wood.
I know, that's what it is. It's just
Oh,
extreme.
man.
It's just creepy, isn't it?
Okay. Say her
Oh,
little
look,
lad,
a blonde hair,
blonde
lad,
lad,
a blue haired lad, Saint Urho, bashful lad, chase those grasshoppers bay, and times 5 and still remember him, and times him and sing
with him.
and that's why Finns eat grapes with him on half the Urho's day. Now I need a shot of vodka. Here we go.
Go get one.
Oh, that sucks.
Did you sing this when you were a kid?
No,
Oh.
I've only heard this Ode to Saint Urho before.
Okay.
I've never heard of the Ballad of Saint Urho. That was kind of like Finnish stereotypes, like any Finnish stereotype, just like jammed into a song
Yeah.
about nothing. And then I've only heard Ode to like the Ode to Saint Urho, which I think is fun to say, fun to recite.
Yeah.
All right, Katrina, that's all I got. What did you think? What did you think about the the made-up Finnish holiday? The Finlanders.
I mean, I don't know. I might wear purple on the 16th. Just
Yay!
Everyone should wear purple on the 16th of March.
Everyone should wear purple on the
Purple.
16th of March because we gotta remember that Saint Urho drove
Chased away the frogs.
the grasshoppers, saying an incantation of grasshoppers go to hell.
Surprised it wasn't like
Grasshopper,
locusts.
go to hell.
Oh man.
Oh man, I wish I could say it. I can't. It's too crazy to
It's
pronounce.
too naughty.
Haina sirka mina talta hiti. I think it's. I don't know how to do the two eyes with the teen at the end.
You're asking the wrong person. 'Cause
I
I have
know.
no
I'm sorry.
idea.
I'd have to ask my grandpa. He would know. He's Finglish. That's all I got, Katrina.
Alright.
Well, I have a fact.
And now, your useless fact of the day by Kendra.
Okay. I have my fact. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hit me. No, don't hit me.
Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Scotland has 421 words for snow.
Really?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
421. That's too many fun facts about snow. Some examples of their words. Sneasel, to start raining or snowing. Sleeful, to swirl. Flink, drinkin', a light snow. There's more, but
There's more. Well, yeah, there's what, 400 and something of them?
I know. Flink drinkin' as a light snow. I think I'm gonna use that one now. It's
There
flink
you go.
drinkling outside.
Well, I mean, we call it like when it's just like sprinkling. We call it spitting.
Do you call it spitting?
Spitting. Yeah.
Ew.
There's just
What is sleeting? Is sleeting just like
sleeting.
yeah?
Sleeting is like the mix of like snow and like it's like when it's like slightly icy, like where it's kind of frozen but not like snow.
Okay. I wonder if that's Grappelregen because I took
Oh, yeah.
German in high school. Oh, did it? I think Grappelregen in German means like frozen rain, freezing rain.
Oh,
something
okay.
like
Yeah, so that's probably so kind of like
the same
sleeting.
thing. Yeah. German has fun words.
German's
Krankenwagen.
fun.
Krankenwagen is ambulance. The
Oh.
sick car, the sick bus.
The sick bus.
Mhm.
I mean, very true. Very straight to the point. And this concludes your random fact of the day with Kendra. Thank you so much, Wanderers, for joining us on this fabulous exploration of St. Urho's Day brought to you by Kendra.
Yay!
As always, we invite you to please check out our social medias,
Okay, guys, you can email us at
fwplisteners@gmail.com,
you can follow us and DM us on Instagram.
at Foolish Wanderers Podcast,
And make sure you subscribe to us on our YouTube channel.
at the Foolish Wanderers Podcast. And please share this with your friends and family, your native Finn, your native Norwegian, your native Texan. So anybody, please share it and let us know what you think.
Remember to wear purple.
Yes, please join us in wearing purple on the 16th of March. And then change into green at the stroke of midnight so you don't get
have
pinched.
to.
Just stay in your purple.
Just stay in your purple.
Just stay in your purple. It's fun.
Finn.
Show your Finnish pride. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye. He's real.
He's real. Kendra says he's real, so he's real.
It's real. I swear. I should try to figure it out if I can like dye my toilet water purple for the day. Oh yeah, like Irish get they're dyeing rivers green. Oh yeah. The Finns are dyeing the toilet water purple. I'm gonna dye my purple.
And with that, we'll see you later.